everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today, since everybody's on the Twilight train, everyone's rewatching Twilight, acting like they didn't shit on it for 5 years, I'm gonna be ranking the Twilight characters. I feel very qualified to do this. I don't feel like I'm hopping on the Twilight trend right now because, trust me, I was the biggest twihard you probably ever meet in high school. Every night before I went to bed, as I was falling asleep, I would play Twilight movies, and I can quote every single movie. I've read the books a gajillion times. That's what I did in my free time when I wasn't rewatching the movies. I had a problem, and that just spiraled. And so this is God. This was my Bible in high school. If you know what this is, I'm sorry because I studied this more than I studied like my history textbook. It's just iconic. If you don't know what it is, it's a Twilight encyclopedia, illustrated guide. It gives you character rundowns, like basically nothing you need to know. So here's the Bella page. It has, you know, her full name, Isabella Marie Swann Cullen, born September 13, 1987. Like, it has age, she was turned, where she was born, eye color, everything. And I just had an issue. I had problems where I would study this. This is me saying I'm qualified to give my full knowledge. And I'm ready. I'm up to bat. Put me in, coach, because this is my time to shine. Everyone's talking about Twilight. I'm gonna go with it.
Woke up at 11 o'clock, I ain't got no job, what the hell should I do today?
So I just kind of remade the titles to match what I think would be good names for everything. Obviously they're quotes. So the first one is unconditionally and irrevocably in love with you. Twilight, you know, Bella says this. 3 things about I'm absolutely positive. Great. The next one, we had to go a little bit less. And this one I felt appropriate because, you know, when he says you're like my own personal brand of heroin, it's like a infatuation, but sometimes they piss you off. Like, you know, it's not always good for you, like a drug addiction might not be. And then the third one is hold on tight, spider monkey, because this one means you're going on a journey, you're going on a ride, and it might not be for everybody, and you just don't know how to feel about, you know, this wild ride this person took you on, but nonetheless, you're on the ride. The next one is wet dog smell. It's like, you know, it's not the best, it's not always there, but, you know, you can learn to live with it, I guess. And the last one is what a stupid lamb. Just because we could have all saved ourselves the trouble of this entire series if somebody wasn't a stupid lamb. I'm just kidding. I don't mind Bella. Anyways, we'll just go in the order that this is in. So, we have Alec, starting off very strong with the Voltory Guard. Apparently, I was just reading in my little fun fact book here, he was like 12 or 13 in the book. That's the time they were frozen because apparently, you know, they had psychic abilities and the people at the time were like finding out, and then Arrow had to step in and change them, and then he makes a big deal about immortal children. Okay, anyways, dumb backstory. Alec's fine. I mean, he's a part of the guard, so like, ew, but I mean, he doesn't really like bother me too much. Like, I feel like anybody in the guard, like, if you're gonna be entertaining at least, fine. But like for him, I don't hate him, so I'm gonna put him in wet dog smell because, again, I feel like if you're in Stupid Lamb, you're really pissing me off. Then we have Alice. Come on. Alice is just a delightful ray of sunshine. Everybody loves Alice. Everybody loves Alice, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing cliche about it. Unconditionally and irrevocably in love with her because just like, come on, like, she can predict the future, she's always saving the day, she is just so pleasant and delightful, absolutely kills the show, always is a showstopper in my eyes. Next we have Alistair, who's in Nomad, friend of Carlisle's, very grumpy man, don't even know why he bothers showing up. But I like his attic vibes. I think I think he brings some realness and some like flavor to Breaking Dawn, where it's just like, no, not everybody is like agreeing with everything that the Cullens are saying, and I think, it brings interest, so I'll put him in on hold on tight, Spider Monkey, just because he brings interest, and I think that's what I look for in characters. Just bring me something else. Bring me another level, like, unless they just piss me off. Then if they piss me off, then that's just a whole other thing. Yeah, they might bring interest, but like, do they piss me off? Maybe. Angela, she's so sweet, but there's just like, not much there. She's a human. What these humans like, I mean, she's nice. I'll put her in hold on tight, Spider Monkey, just because she was there for Bella when I feel like Jessica wasn't, and she was going against the grain. And that was cute. I liked that. Arrow. Arrow is just, his laugh is good. That performance by Michael Sheen, we couldn't have asked for anything better. I think they saw what happened in New Moon when he did that little slight laugh, and they took it like to the next level. They took it to meme level in Breaking Dawn Part 2. His powers are pretty cool. Reading Every Thought You've Ever Had is a little daunting, and quite frankly, I don't know how I would manage with that. I think he's a little power hungry, he's a little craving of that, but he knows when to like walk away. Like in New Moon when they were like, we'll change her, like, we'll do that. So I'll put him in hold on tight, because he, again, keeps it interesting. Bella, main characters are tough. I think main characters serve a purpose in that they are the ones that deliver the story. So a lot of times they are not your favorite character, because I feel like even like when you're living in your own self, you're not like, me as myself is my favorite character. I think there's like a couple times in Breaking Dawn where I'm like, bitch. And in New Moon when she's all sad and shit, I'm like, bitch, was it that? Like, it's a boy. And those pages where it goes October, November, December. I just felt like that was a little dramatic, and she's a little bit melodramatic. I mean, the whole story is melodramatic, so can we blame them? I think I'm gonna go, it's hard because I kind of related to her a little bit when I was in high school, and she was just like in Twilight, like reading those books, and then I was sitting there reading Twilight, so I'm gonna put personal brand of heroine. Benjamin, what a delight. What a delight this guy was. We only saw him for a little bit, but this man, I knew, if we got to know him more, had so much potential. Oh my god, he was just always just like, no, I'll help you, Carlisle. Like, no biggie. Like, I know a moon over here just like wants to keep me all like tied up, but I'm sick of that shit. I'm gonna do the right thing. Bitch, yes. And he has the power of the elements. Are you kidding me? That is just insane. Billy Black, the cowboy hat, iconic. Doesn't do much else, so I'm just gonna put him in hold on tight, because I really don't have too much of an opinion for him. Harry Clearwater's homemade fish fry. Yeah. Brie Tanner. Oh my god. We were all watching it again, and the scene where she's killed in Eclipse. I mean, I read The Short Second Life of Brie Tanner, so that gives you a even greater appreciation for her. But she just had so much potential. I mean, I don't remember her being like, too standoutish in her own novel. I just was like really just like feeling for this girl and the situation she was in, and I was just like super sad because like we could have gotten more from her, and they just killed her because they had to make an example. So I'm gonna put her in my own personal brand of heroine because it was sad to see her go. Caius was stupid lamb. This guy is always just like genuinely pissing me off. This is one of those characters where I'm like, you're genuinely pissing me off because you just have this stupid little smile and you just say stupid shit and you just want to see people fail. And like, the smile in Breaking Dawn Part 2 and the scene, you're like, I can't. This guy just wants everybody to die. Then we have Carlisle Cullen. And I don't even, no. Don't even need to think about it. This is not a question. He is one of the best characters. I think I like him even better than Alice. This man is so compassionate and so just, and he like, the New Moon talk when he's stitching her, that is such a good scene. And then the scene of Breaking Dawn, the baby's not compatible with her body and he can't puncture the embryonic sac. Like, what the... This man, and Peter Facinelli was just such a good, oh my god, such a good actor, such good delivery, unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him. Like, the suave entrance in Twilight in the hospital scene, so good. Carmen, I have no opinion. They're just nice vegetarian vampires who are nice. And I'll just put a hold on tight, Spider Monkey. I really don't have an opinion. You know, she was really nice when they first showed him Renesmee. She was like, I believe you. And then that was what. Shirley Swann. Yes. We understand. Unconditionally and irrevocably in love with Mr. Charlie Swann, Chief Swann, if you will. Just the quotes that come out of this man's mouth are just like, what do you like, any of those other U-Haws in town, any of them interest you? And then the scene in Eclipse where she's like, you know, there's certain things you have to consider, and you just like the sex virgin talk. Dimitri, what do we think, guys? He's like a little malicious, but like he keeps it interesting. Wet dog smell. Okay. Edward. It's been such a journey going through my entire life, like, you know, realizing I was in love with this man for so many years as a teenager. And I did some self-reflecting on what kind of person I would want in a relationship. And, you know, you always like, yes, it's Edward. Edward is the perfect man. And he's not. He's not. He's very, like, overprotective and overbearing and a little bit weird that he climbs into the window at night before they even meet. Very strange. Can't say I would want that in a relationship. But none of these people are perfect. So I still think I'm going to put him in unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, he's just so damn charming. I can't, and he's got that, like, boyish look. He can't, I don't know. I can't go against my guns. Elizar, he's in the Denali Coven. Same way. He's a reasonable stand-up guy. I'll put him in Hold On Tight, Spider Monkey. We don't know him too well. You know, he stands there with the Cullens. He's a good guy. He can, his gift, I think, is noticing other people's gift, which is kind of on the lame side. Like, I would be like, I don't give a fuck what these other people can do. I want something. Like, that's a little, like, that's a tease gift. Like, I can see how he's valuable to the Voltory because he was with them for a couple of years, but, like, bitch, that's so stupid. That sucks. Embry, I loved, like, Quill and Embry's, like, banter in New Moon. I think they're such, like, the wolves are just so good. And Embry is just so, and that was Quill that imprinted on Claire, that, like, 2-year-old, which was, like, the first little bit of weirdness we got with the imprinting. I think he imprinted on, like, some other hoe. Not sure, though. I'm gonna put him in my own personal brand of heroine. Emily, I don't really know. I feel like I have nothing to say about her. I'm gonna go with Wet Dog Smell, though, because, no, I think she's Hold On Tight. Like, there's nothing wrong with her. Like, she's just there. No, you know what? She's a little boring. She doesn't bring much to the table. We're gonna keep it with Wet Dog Smell, just because, yeah, I don't, no. Just because, like, there's nothing there to it. Emmett, baby boy. Oh, baby boy. Of course, we are keeping it nice and easy, and Emmett is unconditionally and irrevocably in love. The humor, he always keeps it there. He always keeps it light and fresh. When Rosalie's there with, like, the daggers, he's there keeping it nice and fresh. And I just love that, like, big teddy bear energy vibe that we get from him, because we need that in this kind of shit world. Like, sometimes it gets dark and you need somebody to be like, fighting newborns, badass. Like, we need that. Dating an older woman, hot. We need that. Eric? Eric is so funny. Eric. I'm gonna put him in my own personal brand of heroine. He, like, it's so great. Eric, he just brings the flavor. He understands the assignment, day one in Twilight. Anything you need, shoulder cry on, tour day, lunch, like, so good. So good. And then he just, like, you know, moves about his day. He gets it. And I love that for him. Esme, again, so wholesome, so pure. We'll put her own personal brand of heroine. She's just the nicest lady on the planet. But that's about it. Felix can go suck a dick. What a stupid lamb. This guy is, like, reminds me of one of those, like, people that just like to beat someone up for sport. They like the adrenaline, they like all that shit, and it's just, no, it's no for me. Garrett, Garrett came in towards the end, obviously, in Breaking Dawn Part 2, that's when we meet him. And he's very funny and witty and blah blah blah, but like, I kind of didn't buy it. I was kind of like over it. And like, I think it comes to do with the amount of times I've seen it, and I'm just like, we'll just put him in Hold On Tight Spider. Like, I feel like he brings good comedic relief. Obviously, bringing this many characters, we need that. But I feel like we could have had more. We could have had more from you. Harry Clearwater. Okay, baby boy. He was like in New Moon and that was it, but the one line will always stick with me when like Bella's sitting there having a tough time. And Charlie and Harry are about to go fishing, and Charlie takes a look at Bella and he's like, bitch needs my help, she looks depressed. And Charlie's like, I don't have to go fishing today, Bella. And Harry's like, yeah, you do. And I'm like, oh, that's good. But, you know, that's all we get. So we're going to put him in Hold On Tight, Spider Monkey. Just because that's all we get. Yurina, she's just a stupid hoe, but she did create the plot line for the rest of Breaking Dawn Part 2, so wet dog smell. Because we all know her loyalty is just like she doesn't listen to anybody. She doesn't listen to anybody. Jacob Black. Alright. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Jacob was at his prime in New Moon. He really had me fooled for like a hot minute. I'm like, you know what, if Edward doesn't come back, Jacob's a good option. He's a good guy. He's funny. He's like, he was just like very like, he had that happy-go-lucky vibe that I think Stephanie Meyer always talks about in like her description of him. But here's the thing. We get to Eclipse and he gets bitter and salty and cocky. He goes and kisses Bella. And I'm just like, man, don't you get the hint? Like, he's like, why won't you admit it to yourself? You're in love with me, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dude, come on. Like, let's not do this. Let's not, like, force ourselves on people. It's a little weird. And he just got so cocky, and then he goes and imprints on Renesmee. So I'm gonna put him in Hold On Tight, Spider Monkey. Just because New Moon, perfect. Where the hell have you been, Loca? Come on. James, wet dog smell. He brought the plot. He brought the plot, but I'm just, he was weird. He was creepy and annoying and deadly, and I was scared. I was scared. Jane, I think she's good. I like Jane because she brings that fire flavor. She, like, low-key enjoys hurting people. And it's like, okay, psycho. But, you know, she's still a bad girl at the end of the day. She's in the Voltory, but I feel kind of bad. So I'm going to put her in Hold On Tight because, like, what else does she know? Like, Alex a little boring. That's why I put him below. But, like, Jane, she brings that, like, spice that we all need sometimes, you know? Jared. Jared kind of sucked. I didn't like Jared. He was always like, whatever. Like, Paul was one thing. Paul was like, but like, Jared, kind of boring, kind of annoying, and kind of always just did whatever Paul or Sam did, which was like, come on, buddy. Like, think for yourself a little bit. Okay, so Jasper. I don't know. Jasper is like, you know, you hear his whole backstory, and you're like, okay, fine, but he still attacks Bella, and I'm like, is it really that hard to resist? Like, you've been a vegetarian vampire for a little bit now, and it's that hard to resist. I mean, I guess things are harder for every vampire, and you can't judge, and everybody has a different past, but I'm just like, really, I mean, his power's kind of cool. Like, controlling emotions, it's very, like, it's very specific, and I like that. He's probably, like, you know, an emotional guy on the inside. He just has some, like, issues with self-control. So I'm going to put him in Hold On Tight, Spider Monkey. Okay? Jessica. Jessica was literally the worst and the best thing at the same time. She truly brought some of the best quotes. In the movies, at least. I don't know about in the books. I can't remember any. I can't remember if they were like, I think they definitely made Jessica into a different kind of character in the movies, which is fine. I think she's way better. And Anna Kendrick honestly brought the flavor there. So I'm going to put her in my own personal brand of heroine because she just belongs there. Kate, she was cool. Electricity, very cool. Nothing else to say here. She's great. Gonna put her in Hold On Tight, Spider Monkey, just cause. Kate, great. Moving on. Laurent, I think he's good. He's a good villain. I thought he was super sly. He was just kind of like trying to do what everybody else is. He's like, oh, like, we're not hunting Bella today, so, you know, like, then he was gonna kill her in New Moon. And then he was like, oh yeah, I'm with Yurina, and then Yurina, that's the whole reason. I don't know. I'm gonna put him in Hold On Tight, Spider Monkey. He wasn't the worst. I thought he brought some flavor. Leah Clearwater. She was a poor broken soul who caught herself in the middle of an imprinting love triangle, and she didn't want to be it, and then she was stuck in Sam's pack hearing the thoughts and just being the girl. I feel for that. At the same time, I'm just like, get over it, ho. There's more pressing issues. So, wet dog smell. And anyways, wet dog smell. Marcus is next, and he already looked petrified. Like, the rest of them look old, but like, he already looks petrified. Which if you don't know, it's like they, over time, the older vampires get like more like translucent skin and milky film over their eyes, and he just looks like he's dead. Which is kind of cute, but I mean, he was always so like monotone and seemed like he was dead, which I appreciated that extraness. So I'm gonna put him in Hold On Tight, Spider Monkey. This is obviously a bell curve. I mean, it's a little more heavily towards the top, but, you know. Maria, what a stupid lamb. She manipulated Jasper and made him do stupid shit, and you literally served zero other purpose in this story, so stupid lamb. Mike Newton. Oh my god, what a dumb bitch. What a dumb bitch. I mean, he was funny and all, but he just pisses you off. He's just like that stupid guy that always just thinks they can swoop in. Like, poor Jessica actually liked you, and you're just like, oh, Bella, you're ready? You're done with Cullen? I'm ready for you. Like, stop. Wet dog. Wet dog. Paul. Low-key Paul is, like, super hot. Is that okay to say? Yeah, that's fine. But, I mean, Paul didn't really do anything besides be hot for me. I mean, he did that cute thing where when, you know, Bella and New Moon, she, like, kind of provokes him, and, like, she does pretty provoke him. Like, what did you do? What did you do? What did we do? What did we do? What did he tell you? He tells me nothing! He tells me nothing because he's scared of you. Oh my god, sorry. Yeah, I just clearly know all the words, but, and then he just, like, says sorry after he erupts into a giant wolf. So he keeps it interesting. I'm gonna put in my own personal brand of heroine. Because it's like a shouldn't love it, but I do. Quill, own personal brand of heroine. Do you remember that scene in the Moon where he's like, I'm Quill, it's Harrow. Cracks me up every time. He's just funny in New Moon. I mean, you know, you don't really see, like, too much personality after that with the wolves, but it's great. Renee, oh, no thoughts, just you're a mom who lives in Florida who's, like, a little weird, a little crazy, but keeps it interesting. And honestly, her, like, quotes in the first movie are very good. Like, on the phone, like, we got tech boys. Tell me, what's he like? What's he like? Oh my god, just so good. Renesmee, oh, what a sweet baby angel. Sweet baby angel, own personal brand of heroine. Not obsessed, but own personal brand of heroine. Riley Beers, I feel for you, boo-boo, but you were so dumb. Like, so dumb. Wet dog smell. I can't believe you fell for Victoria's tricks. Did we really do that? Why did we do that? Rosalie. I liked her. I actually liked her, but she wasn't like all-time fave, like not top fave, but like I liked her. Like I understood where she was coming from, but like to hold a grudge for that long is a little weird. But I did like her, so I'm gonna put her on personal brand of heroine. Sam, fuck you, Sam. He thinks he's alpha, and it's not cute. Bottom. I literally despised Sam. I was literally like, you can't walk around here like you're fucking alpha. You're literally not the son of Ephraim Black, so get out of here. He was the alpha, and you know what? The whole like, he abused his power. He was literally like making orders, and you literally physically could not break them, which is kind of psychotic that you would even put that kind of things into play. Senna, Amazon Coven, nothing to say here. Just great. I think I'll put Zafrina in the same category because we don't get much of them. Zafrina has some cool ass kick ass powers with the whole like seeing, visualizing things, cool. But like, that's about it. That's about it. Oh my god, Seth! Bitch! My baby! My baby. Oh my god. Oh god. Seth is just the best. Don't even come for me. Seth is the cutest little guy on the planet, and Breaking Dawn Part 2 was just like, oh my god. And he went to the wedding. They love him. Oh my god, I love him too. Okay, so Stefan from the Romanian Coven. These two were some jokesters in Breaking Dawn Part 2. It was a little funny to see them, but other than that, they kind of pissed me off. They're like, you guys, those Italian scum. Like, shut the fuck up. Wet dog smell. Same for you, Vladimir. They were like, yeah, they were like Count Dracula 1 and 2, and I was just like creeped out. I was like, oh god, can they leave? Like, I wouldn't even ask them. Wait, no, Carlisle didn't ask them. They just heard about it. Which is weird. Like, don't show up unannounced. Like, you're not invited. Like, we don't need any more witnesses. You're, like, you just want to fight. Get the hell out of here. Stephanie Meyer? Why is she on this list? I don't know. I mean, do I categorize her? She's not a character. She does have some cameos. Okay. I'm gonna put her on hold on Tight Spider Monkey, because what else am I supposed to do with her? I don't know. Oh my god, Sue Clearwater. Cute, but nothing else to say. She was dating Charlie towards the end. That was super cute. I loved that. Charlie deserves happiness. He's a great guy, and she gave that to him. She gave that to him. Fuck yes. Tanya. Loki had a little romance with Eddie one time. I'm not salts about it, but Bella was. Tanya, same thing as Kate. Just good people. Same thing the rest of the Dan Alley couple. Good people, just don't really know them too well. And then we have Tyler. I'm so sorry, Bella. He wrote that Flavor Flav that we love. The fact that he ran the car in, great. But, you know, he kind of almost ran the car into her, so that's like, you're a little weird, but what the fuck's wrong with you? And he also had a crush on her? Like, come on. And then, last but not least, Victoria. What? Victoria, okay, so we have Eclipse version of Victoria here, obviously. Which one did we like better? Twilight New Moon Victoria or Eclipse? Because I don't know. It's hard to say. I like that they had the red a little bit more apparent in this one. But I'm not sure. I'm just like, ooh. So Victoria definitely created interest, and she was, but I think it's very strange of somebody to just like want revenge like that and then but kill the other person so they know exactly how you felt. I think that's very strategic. I just don't know how to feel. Like, she wasn't like the worst character to watch, like villain wise. I definitely liked her better than James, because I was like, you know, like, James just was like the tracker whole thing. I was just like, stop, somebody kill him, like, get this boy a fucking snack or something. He clearly has zero self-control. But she was just like smooth, calculated. I kind of digged it. She created a whole damn army, which, I mean, Eclipse was my favorite book. So, I don't know. She wasn't terrible. I think I'll put her in Hold On Tight, Spider Monkey. I think Riley Bears is the real dumbass in that situation. But anyways, this is my final kind of ranking. Yeah. This is my tier rank. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed me ranting about characters for this long. I love Twilight, still do. Still have issues, still probably should have spent my time doing other things. But here we are. We can't take it back. Can't take that time that I lost back. But nonetheless, it was fun being obsessed for Twilight for 5 years. And I'll never get those 5 years back. But at the end of the day, did we learn anything? No. No, we didn't learn anything worthwhile. But I had fun. I think I had fun trying to memorize the entire book. And it brings me back fond memories, so at least there's that. And me and my bestie bonded over this entire thing. I used to have like a box with all like the memorabilia and things, and it was like an Ugg boot box, and I had like pictures from magazines taped all on the outside, and it had like stupid little shit I got from like guides, and I used to have that Edward and Bella bracelet, or the Edward and Jacob bracelet with like the wolf and the crystal heart because it represents the two of them. Yeah, issues. But I think I've fully moved on and I can appreciate these movies and novels for what they were. Just fun entertainment, and we should not romanticize Edward too much because it can get problematic. Just a little bit. I think I'm over it now. I watched it and I felt good. I felt like I'm watching a movie, not like this is my whole life. Anyways, I made a whole video like analyzing the problems with Twilight if you want to watch it. And yeah, I also made a reaction to watching Twilight again as a Twihard. So if you want to watch that, the link is in the description. I'm going to tag it above. And yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a like. And if you want more from me, please subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Kisses, bitches. If anybody wants this, it's up for sale. $1 million.